All right, so guess what that is? Yep, it's an SG by Epiphone. Not Epiphany, Epiphone. That little thing right there, that's a little tuner you can buy for about 20 bucks off Amazon. Got this from Sweetwater, probably a couple years ago. And I have not even tuned this yet. I have the volume down. So it's not hard to tune it. It's usually Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie, right? And the episodes usually stays fairly in tune. So Eddie 8 Dynamite, a little bit. Just gotta tweak it up just a tiny bit. That's all you gotta do. Good. Bye. Eddie. And that's it. Turn it back off. Turn the volume up. Always leave your volume down until you're ready to play. Test the tune. Alright. So I'm going to kick this thing back to my lowest tone first. Alright, so that's my lowest tone. And I have a 3 toggle switch here. Usually the down is the highest pitch. Notice how, when you have it up like that, I believe that goes to you have the neck and the bridge, I think. Neck and bridge. So learn your terminology as I am still, right? You have 2 humbucker. It bucks the hum pickups because it picks up the sound. So when you hit this metal string, the string itself makes a sound. It vibrates the air and makes a vibration, a tone in the air, just like your voice makes a tone in the air, right? Me, 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 me. Same thing, okay? It just happens to be metal versus your voice. Same idea, it's the same physics in the air. It's sound going through the air, okay? And it goes from this into here, but it also goes directly from the strings to your ear. So if you have this thing unplugged, you can still hear the strings. But if you plug it into an amp, boy, does that amplify the sound, right? That's what an amp is. It amplifies the sound. So you can hear it louder. And when you have different tones in it, it sounds really cool. So I have the 4 tones here on my pedal. They're synced up to my Katana 2. It's a 50 watt, and I have it on 5 watts. You can do 5, 25, and 50, and I have it on 5 because I'm inside. I don't want to blow my ears out, right? It's just behind me about 10 feet or so, and it's just a 12-inch speaker, but it's loud. Holy crap! Even as a 5 watts, you turn those volumes all the way up, yeah, you're gonna blow it out the window. It's gonna be loud, okay? So yeah, you do not need it that loud inside the house. Outside, of course, different acoustics. And, if you're inside of an auditorium with loud people, then yeah, 50 watts, you probably want more than 50 watts at some point. But that's when you're really good and you're actually doing gigs and you actually have a band and other people that play with you. But that's not me right now. This is just me. I'm in my house, 57 going on 58. And I'm just doing this just so that I can see this later. So I can hear what these tones sound like. And so I can hear me play each one of these guitars. So here's the sound. And I have the toggle switch all the way up, which means the lower tone, right? I just love these tones. I just have so much fun with these. And as I said before in other videos, with a Katana 2, all I have to do is open up my laptop, update it, of course, because I haven't even picked it up in a couple months. I don't usually use my laptop. We're all on our phones, right? So update your laptop, plug your laptop to your Katana, download and then open up your Boss Katana app, which you can download for free. Then open up your Facebook, find the Katana 2 Facebook page, and then look up the different tones they have uploaded to Facebook. And then you can actually download each one of those into a file on your laptop, and then you can use your Katana app to file search, find that folder that you put all those files in. So hit the folder, pick the file, and then listen to the tone on your guitar that's hooked up to your amp, which is on, right? And if you like the tone, you can add it to your pedal, right? If you hate it, go to the next one. You can keep all those in your files though, because you might like a lot of them, but you can only pick 4 for your pedal, right? So keep them all in there, keep them categorized by what type or whatever tones they are, however you want to arrange that, by date or category. But just know that they're there. That's your little library. And so these are my 4 that I picked. I updated it maybe about a month ago, and I love these tones. And I wanted to record this so that I could hear these tones for future reference, so I could see me actually playing this just for posterity, so that my relatives in the future could see this possibly. But primarily right now, it's just for me. So I can see me playing this stuff and I can hear these tones. So this tone is probably the quietest one. I like this because it has an echo. It has the usual, distortion, but it also has an echo.
It's that, the alteration of the original shape of a signal. In communications and electronics,
echo.
It means the alteration of the
echo.
Of an
Hush. What's going on? See, random stuff like that. Stupid, these little automated devices, right? The little hockey pucks that we buy, right? Off of Google and Amazon. Yeah, sometimes they'll pick up our voice and they'll start talking because they think we're talking to them. No. And don't ever buy a robot, future reference. Don't ever buy something that can move by itself, because it will randomly do stuff that you don't ask for. It'll be connected to the internet. They'll do an update. Suddenly that robot will control you and will try to hurt you. Don't do it, okay? Watch movies, okay? iRobot, watch the movie. Not good. Don't do robots. Never buy a robot, okay? Worst thing anybody could ever do. Just saying, future reference. Kids, do not ever buy a robot, okay? You need to be able to unplug that thing and throw it outside if you need to. All right, so next tone. Love that tone. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, the loud one. That's that Van Halen plexi type sound, right? Yeah, so that volume, first of all, it's at 5 watts. It's a solid state. And the volume is at about 3/4. Okay, so crazy, right? That is super loud. 5 watts. That's loud. this little thing right here, $100. No, this one probably more like $500. But just guitars, electric guitars can make such awesome sounds, and they don't have to be distorted. Okay, they can sound like this Katana 2. You can make it totally clean. You can make it sound like an acoustic. You can buy an electric guitar, make it sound like it's an acoustic, and play it through an amplifier, so lots of people can hear it. You don't have to buy a $2,000 Martin. Okay, you can buy an $85 Walmart special or something off of Amazon. Okay, run it through something like a Katana or any solid state amplifier, and just get the right tone, and it sounds awesome. It's pretty cool, really. You can actually, like on the wall over there, I have an Ashthorpe $85 first regular acoustic left-handed guitar, but I wanted it to be an electric. And it's just me, so I didn't need to spend a lot of money. If I'm not going to play it a lot, no reason to spend $1,000, $2,000 on a good acoustic guitar. I don't really even like acoustic guitar. It sounds fine, but it's not awesome. Something like this, the sound is awesome. That's how I was grown. I grew up in the 70s. Okay, I was 15 years old, 1980. I was 13, 1978. Right, so that was when all the rock and roll groups were out, with Boston and Van Halen. Star Wars had just come out. All the cool rock and roll groups had been recent or were just coming out. The Beatles were, kind of in the distant past at that point. The Rolling Stones were still a thing, coming out with new stuff. ELO, Pink Floyd, 1979 came out with The Wall. I lost my mind. I love that so much. So many rock and roll groups that were out in the 70s. That was how I grew up. That's how I grew up. I'm a poor white boy, okay? Christian upbringing and everything. But boy, when I heard that stuff on the radio, you can't help it. You can't help but love it, okay? You don't really even care what the words are. You're just hanging on to those tones. Those tones are just so gorgeous. And that's why I don't mind not singing. I don't need to have words to go with this. Just listening to it and knowing that I can play this and hear it anytime I want. I don't have to hit replay. I don't have to put in a disc. I don't have to wait for a tune. I don't have to go find it on YouTube. I don't have to listen to somebody else playing this. I can do it myself, right? And that's a really good feeling. Know that you can do it yourself. That just because they did it doesn't mean they were magical. Doesn't mean they're better than you. Doesn't mean anything at all. It just means they happened to have it and they recorded it first, and so they're the superstar. And then they have to deal with being famous and all the pitfalls that go with that. There's good things, but there's also bad things. There's STDs, there's alcoholism, there's drug addiction, there's just feeling like you don't have any real friends. All sorts of stuff can go along with being famous. You can listen to people in interviews in their later years, how they felt and how they dealt with stuff when they were younger. If you ask somebody when they're young still, they might not tell the truth, right? People lie. So as they get older, they're not as likely to lie about stuff, just because there's no need to. They're not hiding from anything, and they've lived their life. So, all right. So anyway. What is not to like here? You just do that all day long. Till my hands get tired, all right? It's the greatest tone ever. And I have more. Oh yeah, this is the Van Halen one. I think I already did this one. that's get an electric guitar, okay? If you love rock and roll and you were raised in the 70s and you're in your 50s, or if you're younger and you just like rock and roll, if you're in high school and you just love this sound, buy an electric guitar and buy an amp and have fun with it and learn all the different kinds of amps that there are, all the different kind of electric guitars that there are, how to play. Just learn it through YouTube, learn it by practicing, remember all the tunes that you like, learn how to play them. Get into band classes if you're still in high school. Pick that band class, pick that electric guitar. Holy crap, they are awesome. So that's all I got. I do have a bass over here, so I think I'll let you hear that next. So if you haven't already, hit like, subscribe if you'd like, make a comment if you'd like. Hope you like this. I'll try to talk less and play more, assuming you like the playing more than my voice. Okay, kick it back to the low. Turn the volume back. All right. All right, kiddos. Hope you enjoyed. Hasta la vista.